Let's face it, no one ever left home to become one with the crowd. No one ever hit the road without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in. It has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Today, we have a cafe and restaurant brand from UK called The Pantry. The Pantry Cafe and Restaurant is an Irish brand founded in 2016, focuses on delivering fresh, seasonal home-cooked meals with a warm and friendly service. The brand has expanded its franchise model across Ireland, the UK, and now in India. To talk more about this brand and the business opportunity, today I'm joined with Paul, he's the founder of this brand. We also have Suraj, the Senior VP, Brand Global. Ashish Vora is our Steam Channel partner, and also joined with Sonyam Chaudhary, the Managing Director of Franchise India. But before we talk more about the brand and introduce and set the context of this webinar, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have an opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business opportunity. I would request you all to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. We will take up all your queries post brand presentation. Now, I would request Suraj, if you could take the lead and set the context of this webinar, and then we'll move further to talk about the brands. Over to you, Suraj.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Bharat, for the brief introduction. So good afternoon, everyone, and I would like to welcome all of you for this Master Franchisee session, which you're having between the 9th to the 15th of December. So in a Master Franchisee session, we are basically portraying all the master brands which is there on our portfolio. And we are looking out for interested investors who are ready to invest and operate the brands in different parts in single unit, multi-unit, area developer, or master franchisee model. So today, I am very pleased to welcome Paul and Mark, who are the founders and the co-founders of the brand. So Pantry, as a brand, started in 2016 in Ireland, is focused on all-day dining menu. So the USP of the brand has been the homemade food which they are preparing. It is the ambience which they have created, which they have derived it from their mother's house, and the colors which they are using to create the coffee shop and the ambience, which is basically very, very different from the current trends and the coffee shop models which are available there in the market. To talk more about details, I will definitely get in Paul and Mark to discuss about it. But to set the context better, I would request our MD, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, to give a brief about the brand, and then we will do a small video to show you about the brand, the features about the brand, the menu, and then we will start the presentation with Paul. After that, I'll be taking you all through the commercials to give an understanding about the financial. I'll also share my email ID details and contact number for any one-on-one discussions or meetings after the session is over. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Faraj. And friends, a very good afternoon to all of you. And I personally welcome Paul and Mark today on this webinar. And very thankful to you for coming on this webinar to present this opportunity to all the audience for India. And this is a very special opportunity for all of us. And also, I'd like to announce we were working with Pantry for a very long period of time. And only very recently, Franchise India and Fran Global, our companies, got into a master franchise agreement with Pantry to bring this iconic brand to India. And very proud to partner with them. They're very popular vintage brand, which are very, very superior, known for leading the market for the last almost 8 years now between UK and Ireland. And they're also the last 2 consecutive years been winning the Irish Franchise Association Award as the best franchise brand in these regions. And like Swarat said, Pantry is an all-day diner which specializes, in breakfast, lunch, and also the most popular, the Pantry pancake stacks, which are loved by their customers across these regions. We have a very attractive model for India. We're looking at area partners. We could be happy to even discuss with partners who bring in and their strength. It could be people who own properties or people who already run some kind of international brand or Indian companies. And we'll also be happy to discuss if somebody has a strategic property, we can also discuss any unit opportunities in the region. And our prime market would be the top 10 markets in the country. I will also take you through the business model, what it takes to become a franchisee of Pantry. And I'll request Paul, if you want to run through the presentation. But before that, friends, is a small video that we would want to run through. And I request all of you, if you have any questions on the business model, please use the Q&A box, write your questions, and we'll be happy to answer these live as we speak.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing the details. Yes, Bharat, you can start the video. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you for sharing the video. So I'll put on the presentation right now, Paul, and you can take us through it. After that, which I will start discussing on the commercials. Do tell me when to move so that I can start moving the slides also.
No problem at all. First of all, I'd like to thank Prime Global and Franchise India for giving us the opportunity again to speak here today. We're actually going, myself and Mark had the pleasure of working over in Mumbai with yourselves and doing the last franchise show, which was a huge experience for ourselves. We had a lot of great feedback. We've done multiple franchise shows before in Europe, but it was our first time in India and we loved it. We just thought that our brand definitely would suit the market that's over there. We visited multiple locations and shopping centers and had huge interest from there. So we're very pleased with it and we hope to grow with yourselves in the future. So yeah, so my name is Paul. First of all, I'm part of a brand called the Pantry. And what we are is we started in 2016 and we had a concept that we felt that the shopping centers and high streets there was a model that was missing from the market that we're in at the moment. And what we wanted to bring is a homely, family themed look about the restaurant, but yet at the same time keep a fast pace but not lose the freshness. We make everything from scratch, from our breakfast to our pancakes to our lunch to our dinners and all our baking. Our drinks are very popular, as you can see on the next slide coming into it now. What we can offer is definitely in a shopping center model, which is our most popular model at the moment. We kind of go around the 1,500 square feet model, and families really we try to maximize the space that we're in. What we're trying to offer is quick, fast paced, but at the same time fresh food from the start. And it seems to be working for us in our locations at the moment. If you want to just skip, yeah, perfect. So you can see in some of the pictures that we have here is it's very family themed. It's nice and light and bright. All our menus are displayed out in front. We're very, very heavy on branding. The branding seems to separate us a lot as well from, let's say, traditional concepts in shopping centers and high streets. So what we try to do is get those families in, make them feel comfortable. They know that it's fresh food from the start, and they can enjoy their experience once they're in. So with the branding, as you can see in the concept pictures, we stick it right in front of them. We don't do TV screens. We don't do anything like that. We keep it very simple. We do plates on the walls. We have our own color schemes as well. And all the stores follow suit. So they all look exactly the same. If you want to skip on there, Suraj, it'd be great.
Sure.
So the next slide then will come up is a bit about our marketing, I believe. About our drinks menus, how we theme around the types, the certain times of the year. So for Christmas, Halloween, summers, we change our menus accordingly. So you can see in store that they'll all change around summertime. It'll be all very light and bright drinks. The food changes as well because people's tastes also change. So we change the menus around 3 times a year for about 70% of it stays the same, and then 30% changes based on seasons. But the overall look of the store then with the branding also changes. Some of our most popular, as you can see from this, so one of our lead campaigns for the summer was our coffee. We're very proud of our coffee bean. It's roasted here in Ireland. We've already set up partnerships for an Indian coffee bean with obviously Fran Global help. But you can see from the branding, we definitely try to tailor all our colors around different schemes such as yellows, pinks, and purples, and everything in store will match that through. So our slogan is you can't buy happiness, but you can buy the Pantry coffee, and that's pretty close. So as you can see, this is our summer campaign that came up. We really focus on what's trendy. The Pantry can, where other restaurants can't really adapt, they have to stick to one thing and go. We're able, our name suggests homely, so we can actually tailor the menus around multiple options, what's trendy, what comes in, such as acai bowls. But this is our signature drink range from the summer. We went down the cooler range, which is very, very popular for ourselves. It's a fantastic drinks menu that we did, and we did very well from it. And then we moved on to, let's say, Christmas. At the moment, it's all about our hot chocolate range. So we were very heavy on that. We have 6 actually signature hot chocolates with different sauces, cream and marshmallows. and they're flying out the door. It takes time. You have to get the right ingredients. Again, Fran Global have come in trumps for ourselves with that, and we're able to transcend our drinks menu, our food menu over to the Indian market. Again, so because the pantry is like the concept doesn't, it's a daytime restaurant, we're able to play around with a couple of different things, but our biggest selling thing, regardless of what day, store, county, country, is our pancakes. We're very good at making pancakes, and a lot of the kids love them, but adults, our biggest selling pancake is our Nutella and strawberries. It's not just the Nutella and strawberries because it's our own mix. We have a secret way of doing it. We get it right, and really, really top-notch pancakes. And people really, especially this time of year, everyone likes their crispy maple pancakes and Nutella and strawberries. But the baking in store allows us to do that, so we're able to do waffles, churros, sundaes, cookies, muffins, the whole lot. So we're very, very proud of their baking range. And it's done in stores, so it's done by our staff in stores. So we're able to trace it right back and be able to come up with different baking again for each time of the year. Just an example of one of our franchises in Ireland at the moment, very successful partnership there. They've opened their second store now and looking for their third. What we can offer, we 20 years experience in franchising ourselves. What we wanted to do is to offer franchise partners, like we're going to offer in India, an opportunity to grow, right? So we're not what we can do is we'll do all the heavy lifting for them with the menus, the branding, and everything. The supply chain through Fran Global, the coffee, everything. We feel in the Indian market we have an opportunity to fit right in that shopping center or high street model. That's not it. That you have all your options. I won't name the brands, but we all know who we're talking about. All in the shopping center rows, all offering similar things from about 1 o'clock onwards. There's a gap there for breakfast and lunch. Make it fresh, make it clean, make it appealing to families and individuals, and make the restaurant look like a place that you want to remind. This reminds my grandma's house, my mother's house, my family's house. We really look after that when you come in to make you feel comfortable when you come in. And we feel like this would be perfect for the Indian market because there's a gap right there in that morning time and the lunch time. And that's fine that everything after that is the other brands that we know. We visited multiple shopping centers, and there's nothing we felt that would be competition to ourselves for a period of time in that day. And after, let's say, 4 o'clock, everyone's feeding off the same person, but like we feel like we can fit in, and it definitely works for us. Right, we're right beside all the big brands at the moment, and we're doing quite well beside them. We hold our own. Our freshness definitely stands out. People know what they're going to get. They believe in us when they come in. They know that when they're paying for something, that's what they're going to get on the plate, and we're proud to do it. And we're growing a lot in Ireland as well. Our plans for the UK as well, but Ireland, like we just opened our 15th store yesterday, which was hugely successful. Again, another shopping center model. But that's where we see the market at the moment. So yeah, look, our marketing and our support to our franchises is helping. We definitely have the branding down. We feel the overall look of the restaurants as well. We know now, the last couple of years since COVID, you can't make mistakes anymore. The customer demands more, and rightly so. So we have to give them an experience once they're in. That's what they want, and also the foods. And what we can do because of the pantry model, our drinks are just as important to our food, and our food is just as important to our baking, and our baking is just as important to our drinks. So what we're trying to do is, there's a lot of concepts out there that do individual. We can wrap it all in one, and that's what's working for us at the moment. Yeah, so this is the example of some of our menus. Look, we're very proud of them. We keep it very simple but very appealing. It is what it is when you see it in front of you. We don't overcomplicate it. Every color is thought about, and every season's thought about. And like, we've done our Christmas campaign now, but we're already on our marketing, nearly finished our spring campaign. So we have to be 4 months ahead, which is tough, but it's done, and that's what we like to do. So yeah, it's going well for us. Christmas has definitely been very successful for us, and we have another 10 days, hopefully, of madness ahead. And there's just a couple of awards that we won, obviously, was spoken about earlier. We're very proud of them. We're very proud to be an Irish brand as well. You know, to win those awards, to stand out amongst all the rest of them, was a very proud, and to win it the second time, we were delighted with it. But we really do think that the Indian market, with the helps of Franchise India and Fran Global, we can succeed in the Indian market as well. So any other questions, just let me know.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for giving such a detailed understanding about your brand.
No
So
problem.
the best thing is that when Paul was in Bombay, so I had the privilege to go around with him in one or two shopping centers. And I think what Paul is talking about is very, very obvious that the gap which is there, which he identified in the Indian market, is that from 8 to 11, from 8 to 11, none of the current coffee shops which are there, they work. And that's the place where they come in. So that 8 to 11 time period which is there is the place where a brand like Pantry is adding on to the entire market. From 11 to the rest of the day, the menu and the clientele remains the same, which can definitely move on from one coffee shop to the other. But that 8 to 11 slot definitely is a place where Pantry will pitch in. They will capture the market. And the best part is that their lunch on menu, which is there, is extended to dinner also. So most of our investors who were talking to us, they saw the menu, they said that why lunch, there is no dinner. So it's basically in Ireland, the breakfast and the lunch is more of the USP, where dinners are very light. So that's why the current menu and the menu format speaks about breakfast and lunch. But yes, in India, we know that as dinner is also considered to be a major meal. I
Yeah,
hope
I think, yeah, I think you're right, Siraj, but I do think it's an opportunity for ourselves. So the current market that we have, our split in revenue would be from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock is literally 50%, and 1 o'clock onwards is 50%. The good 50%, as you call it, the busy 50%
the
is
first one.
is in the morning, right? But the opportunity from what we saw in the Indian market is, why not gain both? Right?
Correct.
So just open longer. So while in Ireland there's no evening market, so we deal with what we have. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock is the busiest time. Before that, you're kind of waiting, and after that. But the Indian market, we have a 6 million population in Ireland. There was more people in Mumbai. There was
Correct.
than the entire country that we're dealing with. But what we have is an opportunity to bring what we have that works and just extend it out. So offer the extra dinner options that when the shopping centers are busy, but gain it in the morning. Why not? Everyone else is sleeping in the
100%.
morning. Those
I
other
totally agree.
restaurants, they're not even opening. Why not? And it takes time to do it, but at the same time, when they're sleeping, we can actually gain from it. So those shopping center models, there's still people around looking for food. Not as many people as 7 o'clock in the evening, but gain 100% of the market in the morning.
Correct, correct. And so you also remember before COVID in hotels, we used to have brunches on weekends. So basically it's not a lunch, but it's between a breakfast and a lunch. So that's
Yeah,
also a good opportunity which we can actually
absolutely.
push in, because that concept has slowly gone from the hotels. And that is where also you as a brand you pitch in, because you are available from 8 till the midnight for all the orders. The second thing is that the menu, which I see is very crisp, it is very composed, and it has all the varieties. I think you
Yeah,
have a bagel, you have a pasta, you have a pizza, you have mocktails, you have beverages, you have coffee, a variety of coffee. You have introduced the bakery, the confectionery segment also. So
yeah,
as a variety, whatever is there in a English continental breakfast, everything is available throughout the day in a all-day dining format, which also, along with the beverage sale, is going to enhance the entire menu, which is as availability to the customers who are going to walk in. I think that's what the entire focus and the concept is going to be. Yes, great. We have started getting in a lot of questions, but
Raj, can we also take everybody
I
through
will
the
take them through the
financials?
financials. Yeah, I'm just taking them
I
through.
think let's finish the financials before we take up the questions.
My God. So as we are already saying, so this is how the franchisee fact sheet looks like. So we are currently focusing on 1,500 to 2,000 square feet area which is required, where the franchise fees will come to around 20 lakh rupees and your investment will come to 65 lakh rupees. So your total investment for a single unit without franchise fees will be 65 lakhs and with franchise fees will be 80 lakh rupees. Now, in a setup of 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, we'll be having 75 covers, that is 75 seats which can be occupied. The average per cover on a weekday will be 550 rupees, which is the APC. The average per cover on a weekend will be 600 rupees. We are expecting that this will result to our average sale of 96,000 per day, and the annual sale will be around 3 crore 52 lakhs. Royalty will be 8%, employee cost will be 10%, food cost is 33%, package cost is 2%, utilities is 6%, rent is 26%, repair and maintenance is 2%, and your marketing and other miscellaneous will come to another 3%. So we are looking at a total expense of around 3 crore 11 lakhs, and your EBITDAs for a single unit will work out to 40 lakh 91,500. Your ROI will be 85% and your payback period is 1.8 years. Now, as a master franchise, this is the opportunity which we have when we are looking out for. We are looking out for area developers for 4 regions specifically and categorically, in which in the north, we are looking out for 20 units with a master fees of 50 lakhs, in which the franchisee gets a right for 20 units, but he has to open 1 unit. So his total cost will come to 65 lakhs plus 50 lakhs, which is 1 crore 15 lakhs. For West also, it will be 1 crore 15. For South, the master fees will be 50 lakhs. And for East, the master fees will be 35 lakhs, where we are expecting in 5 years, the area franchisee will be opening up 10 units. So this is a big brief about the entire financial fact sheet. Just to take you through the entire pro forma for the 1,500 square feet, we will be looking out for an opportunity where we look out for a total investment of 85 lakhs. We have already discussed in brief about the details about the breakup. Your staffing, which is going to be a very important part of the entire cost. We have just worked it out with Paul and Mark and the team. So we'll be requiring 1 cafe manager, 3 waiters, 1 cleaner, 1 head chef, 2 barista, that's 2 staffs making the coffee, 2 kitchen personnel, and 1 dishwasher. So your total staff will be 11, which will be the total operational staff throughout the day. Now, Pantry operates in a self-service model. That's what Paul had told me before, that you don't need people to serve. So basically, you go, you place the order, and it's only the backend and the kitchen staff which is required. So 1,500 square feet, 11 people, 11 staffs working is also a major USP of this brand, because generally, if you see, as per the Indian coffee shop standards, it's basically for every 20 people, they have 1 staff to serve. So that's also a place which is a saving. So you are saving 3 into 2, 6 staff in a day, which is 6 into the minimum wages we have to pay into the number of months, which is also adding to our ROIs. So this is the basic brief about the total breakup, where we are looking out for number of 2-seaters and 4-seaters. So we'll be having around 22 seaters and around 44 seaters. And your total sales, which we are looking out for annually, is around 3 crore 47 lakh 40,000. As an area developer, if you're looking in for opening up an area with 20 units, your single unit cost will come to 65 lakhs. Your sub-franchise rights, your master franchise rights will come to 50 lakhs, which is 1 crore 15 lakhs. And your total revenue will work out to 5 crore 21 lakhs. The good opportunity out here for a area developer who is taking out the 4 different areas is that he will get 60% from the franchise fee share, which is 20 lakh rupees. He will get 50% from the royalty share, And for his own unit, which he is opening, he has to pay only 50% of the royalty share. So if you see that if you are going in for an area developer, basically your payback comes within 16 months, which is unexpected and which is one of the best USPs about this brand as far as the returns are concerned. We would like to discuss more with you about the opportunities, the financials, the average ROIs, how the menu will look like. If you would like to get connected with us, we have already shared our details with you for a better understanding. But yes, 101, we would like to set up calls with you and our MD who is there on the call for a better discussion, better understanding about the brand and the financials. So please get in touch with us. Now it's the time that we will be taking some questions. And if you have any queries, don't hesitate to call us. We have shared our personal number and details also for your understanding.
Just quickly to recap, Swaraj and friends, we see your questions coming in. I'll request all of you to write your questions. If you can also put the name of the city. If you own any location or a property, we'll be happy to even have those details shared with us. If you look at the overall dining scene in India, it is currently at a inflection point with a lot of consumers who are evolving, their preferences are evolving, and a lot of international exposure which is happening. And today's consumer, they want to go to places which give them an experience. And the art of presentation is something which is becoming more and more important in the age of social media. The presentation of food has become an integral part of dining experience. I think throughout the presentation, we actually saw the entire experience, the look and feel of the outlet, their product, their presentation. And the overall casual dining segment in India, despite the growth that we currently have, which is very big, it is still comparatively less developed than many mature markets like UK. But it's growing at a very fast pace, which also means that it presents a very significant investment opportunity for people who want to enter. And established, iconic, I would say, brands like Pantry, they're carving their niche with their format, which is actually benefiting from the high growth potential and diversification within the F&B industry that we're currently undergoing in India. And I saw some questions. We'll start taking some questions, friends. But just to quickly recap on the investment, we're looking at partnership for area partners who could come and operate as regional owners who need to own and operate one location by themselves. And the rest of the locations, which are subunits, can be sub-franchised by them. And there's two sources of income for an area franchisee. One comes in the form of your franchise fees. So 20 lakhs is the franchise fee, which becomes 50% share with the franchise partner. So 10 lakhs goes to the area partner who owns that territory. And similarly, there is a 50% royalty share, which is a recurring. So franchise fee is a one-time fee on every new subunit that comes under you in the territory. And royalty is a recurring fee, which comes on every month of sales, which is net of taxes. The ideal locations we are looking at is high street and malls. And the average ticket price is also very, very competitive, which is approximately 600 rupees. If you go to any of the restaurants, the average ticket price that we pay is anything between 500 to 700 rupees. If we even club, a beverage, we have kept a very realistic average ticket price of 600 rupees for India. And the table turn is also approximately 2.5 times. So table turn with 75 odd tables. If you look at an average of 2.5, it means we're doing about 187 rotations chair in every week. And which is also very reasonable because your weekends would be a higher chair rotation. Your weekend would be close to about 2 rotations, which means if you have 70 odd chairs or covers, so to say, they would rotate minimum of 2 times. But given that the concept is complete dining and the trading hours are long, starting from morning to 11, this would also increase on the weekdays and would go even further up to about 4 also on the weekends. And I saw somebody asking a question on the cuisine. And the cuisine, if you look at, and we went through the video and the presentation, this is a global cuisine or world cuisine, as I put it. People consume these products globally, which means that you don't have to Indianize any of these products. And more importantly, I would say they should retain their brand ethos from the look and feel, their experience and menu. So there is no Indianization which is required in this part of our business and product. So we can quickly take some questions, Swaraj, from
So
our.
we have Raj. So Raj, if you can just put in from which city you have come in. So you have, I think most of your questions are answered. Only the last question I would like to take is that what kind of support do we expect from the brand? So Raj, we are the brand in India, as we are the master franchisee for the brand. So everything starting from looking out for a venue, getting your entire vendor management done, getting your interior planned out, equipment setup done, getting your team trained, getting your team to execute the operations, start the operations, the local marketing, the centralized marketing plan, digital marketing, everything is taken care by us. We expect you to basically understand the brand, operate the brand, take care of the day-to-day operations and maintain the standards. And definitely the investment part is what is the most important thing. I will take some questions from the Q&A box. What is the marketing
Yeah,
plan for
extend to
India?
that, Swaraj. Friends,
Yeah.
since Franchise India and Global are the master franchisees partner for India, for Pantry, we also have a full-fledged operations team, which is headquartered in New Delhi, that would work with every single partner for procurement of locations, help you even finalize the locations. We work with the leading malls in the country, where we work with you to even procure these locations in some of the top performing malls in India. We'll work with you to train your entire team. The entire procurement of the supply chain would also be domestic. There is no import of any product which is happening. And so all support from training to supplies to procurement of locations, your launch and ongoing support is something which Franchise India and Global, the master franchisee of Pantry, will take care in India. Yeah.
So Raj, one more question from your side. I think you are quite interested in the brand, and I think you are also in touch with us for your interest in franchising the brand in Mumbai. I think Mr. Ashish is in touch with you. Thank you for taking out your time to attend this session along with us. So why is the interest on investment is not factored in for the ROI? So Raj, you need to understand that the investment which you are showing you has divided into two parts. So one is the master franchise fees which you pay for taking the entire rights. The second is the amount which you need to have in your bank before you start the investment. So it is not an amount which you're paying it out to us. It is an amount which you have to pay it out as per the cost, as per the different cost guidelines which are there. So like if the equipment, you have to pay to the equipment builder, equipment vendor. If it is for the interiors, you have to pay to the interior vendor. So that's why we have not structured it as an interest in the entire. You have not structured the interest in that. It is a total payout amount which you need to have before you start the business. Because see, we don't want to go into along with an investor who is going to go in stages to go and start the business. Because see, as soon as we get the agreement signed, it's a very immediate execution for us in a matter of 45 to 60 days. We finalize the venue, we get the menu done, we get the tasting done, and we execute the operations because we have to move fast. Because if you're going in for an area or a master franchise, right, you have to open up a minimum number of units. So the faster the faster the first unit comes in, it is better because you have a proof of concept. You have other investors who will be interested. They will come, see the location, and then we start their projects under you also. Ma'am, if you'd like to add anything.
That's perfect.
So I think that's all we had from questions. Do you have a digital marketing team in place? Yes, Raj, we have a centralized digital marketing team, which is there, which is not only the centralized digital marketing team, but Raj, for your information, Franchise India also is a media company. So we hold the franchisee rights for magazines like the Entrepreneur and the Retailer for the last 25 years. Indian Restaurant Congress is organized by us. And we also organize many international events. So if you are aware, I'm not sure about it. We also started the Global Franchisee Forum, which we are starting now in all the international countries. Along with that, we also have many shows which we organize in India. So there are more than 200 shows which are organized by our sister company, which is called Franchise India Holdings Limited. So both offline and online, we are very strongly present as far as marketing is concerned.
Swaraj, I would like to add over here, that question regarding the AD, but the good thing about this brand is, we are giving area developer rights for entire region. It's Western region, for example, you take, it comes to Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa, right? Complete South. So we're only looking at 4 good players in India, right?
Right.
So assume you're taking the entire West, you're just paying 50 lakhs for that. Each sub franchisee the sub-franchisee cost is 20 lakhs. You get 60% out of it every time a sub-franchisee comes to us, right? And we do a sub-franchise. That means you need only 4 outlets, 12 into 4, 48 lakhs to get your entire AD investment back of 50 lakhs, right? And you have capacity of 20 pan entire Western region, right? So this is the quickest payback if you're talking about an AD, right? And the money you put in your own outlet, the revenue that it will generate, that will keep paying back for your own outlet of 64 lakhs investment, right? So
And
that's
also
the
you
how
get
we look at
50%
AD
royalty of your own outlet, which you'd
outlet.
operate.
Yes,
That's the
yes,
best
yes.
part of it. See, because the
Correct.
good
And there
thing
is no
about Pantry is that why we have kept the 1500 square feet model is that we didn't want to make it a QSR brand. It is a all-day dining cafe model is what we would like our area developers to understand and take it. That's why the number of units sold as the area franchise rights are so attractive and lucrative, which I think is one of the best financial programs which has been
models.
approved by our MD and our chairman. And the most important thing is that Pantry cannot be two or three in one area. So it has to be in one city. In like Bombay, it can be two in two separate locations. One in New Delhi, one in the old Bombay area, and one in the new Bombay area, and most probably a third one in Thane area. But that city cannot take more. So we have to go out, we have to look into Gujarat, we have to look into Nagpur one. That's how the entire thought process is about the expansion plan, which we have planned out. Because if you see 1500 square feet, getting in what our MD said, two times turnover, 2.5 times turnover, definitely we should have that USP that this is the only one in that region. And that's where I think as a strategy, we have gone right in the market.
And I just
Yep.
add to that look, that's the reasons why we picked Fran Global to partner with, because what we have over here, I can't look after it daily, right? And we need a partner like Fran Global, Franchise India, who knows the market, who understands our brand, so we can translate everything that we know into the Indian market. And look, to be honest with you, there's multiple brands we saw at the last show. The Pantry, the financials are very important, of course. We've strong financials. We believe that the cost of sale actually can be better than 33%, to be honest with you. Once we finish working with Fran Global Kitchens, we feel like we can drop that down. So there's extra couple of percentage there. But to be honest with you, the brand you can be proud of. You can walk into your restaurant, you can be as an investor, you can open these and be proud to have your families in there yourself. That's what we're about. We're not a global superstar, but at the same time, we're proud every day to go into our restaurants knowing that our customers are happy, that the food is freshly made and the place looks great. And that's what we're standing out in the Indian market. We're standing out where we are. We're open multiple stores this year with lots of nice people as well. And financials, yes, are very important. We have strong financials, but you can definitely be proud to open a pantry wherever you are.
Thank you, Paul. And that's all from our side as questions. I request our MD, Soni Chaudhary, to give a closing note, and then after Bharat, you can take it over and.
Thank you, Swaraj, and thank you so much, Paul. And I second what you said. The entire team of Franchise India and Fran Global will work very closely in making the brand very successful. And and I'm sure a lot of people who go out, dine out, there are not many places in India who have the kind of theme which Pantry has. There are 2-3 places in Delhi, where I have been to, and I know these are not chains. These are just 1-2 locations which somebody has opened up. And these locations are blocked, even at 10 o'clock in the morning, you go on a Sunday. And if you go a little later, you have to wait at least 2-3 hours to get a place. And these are not very big formats, small, but they're choco-blocked round the clock for the entire week. So I'm very, very confident the moment we have one of the locations opening up, this would be most trending place in the city to look forward to.
There's one question. I don't know. We took that. What is the standard operating procedures and kind of training and support does the brand offer for a new franchisee? Swaraj?
So,
The SOPs, we would train our partners on the SOPs, and every company has the SOPs which are defined, which are documented, which are very confidential. And only once the franchisee comes on board, these SOPs are handed over to them. But obviously, the company has been operating globally. We have everything which is defined, and we go exactly how the SOPs have been written down. And all the franchise partners would be trained on that.
And I think the recipe is the most important part, which Paul will definitely be proud of, because the last time when one of our meetings, one investor had asked him that if I would like to have the change the taste in pasta, would it be possible? So he said that this is the recipe which I've learned from my mother, and I'm following it for the last 8 years. So I would not like to change it. I think that's what talks about a brand. That's what talks about systems and processes, that if we maintain it, if we make it strict, then definitely that's what needs to be followed, and that's what needs to be taken care of. And that's what is going to create a brand.
Yeah, Swaraj, and I think one more question is, if you want to customize, the menu based on the feedback, how does the process work?
We don't want to do that, Ashish. We
don't
want to
want to do
retain
that.
the
Okay.
ethos of the brand. It is not required. It's a global cuisine. And
Yeah.
I strongly
Okay.
recommend companies should not do that. If you want to experience an international brand, why do you want to Indianize everything? We don't have to
Okay.
do this. This cuisine does not require any kind of Indianization.
And all
Okay.
this, the thing is that, which ma'am said, is that everything is currently there in India. It's only that the experience and the service and the menu, which will be different in the sense of the presentation, the format, and the experience which is there. So that's entire thing makes up Pantry. So that's the way we should look into it.
Okay.
All right, so
Great.
I think that's all for the day. Probably we all really have answered all the questions that were
Paul, any
asked in
closing
the
note
chat
from your
box.
side? Paul, any closing note from your side?
No, look, thank you again for the opportunity. I'd like to look, what we want to do is to have the right partner. We started with Fran Global, we franchised India, we've experienced the Indian market now after doing the shows. We just wanted to work with the nice, right people to progress the brand. We feel like our menu, our drinks, our branding will fit in very nicely, our experience as well. Let's offer something different that's not currently in the market. That's what we're trying. And with the right people, we think it'll grow really, really big there. So thank you very much again for the opportunity today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow again at the same time with another new brand. Yes, Bharat, up to you now.
Absolutely right. So that's all for the day. We would like to thank all the viewers who joined us this webinar. In fact, these webinars are done for you just because you can take an informed decision about the best opportunity available. We would also like to thank all the panelists, Paul, Suraj, Ashish ji, and Sonia ma'am, for being available for this webinar and sharing the brand details and more insight about the business opportunity. Again, to all the viewers, if you would like to get in touch with us, you can contact our hotline number. I already have shared this in the chat box. Or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. Tomorrow, we will again come up with a new brand and we will explore the another business opportunity. Till then, have a nice day and ahead, and take care. Thank you,
Thank
everyone,
you.
for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.